Hey, everybody, welcome into another episode of FKC Fantasy Hour. The Fatties have reassembled. We're all here this week. We are not having the Breakfast at Wimbledon edition this week. We are having the old, it's dark, it's stormy, and fuck, everybody's gotten hurt version of the show. We're joined this week, as always, by the Fat Kids. We have Craig. Almost beat me in the Vampire League.
Yeah.
He was going to complete the stack, too, with Chase.
I know he
wouldn't have mattered who I played because I took Palmer out last minute because I figured if Dak throws one or two, at least one of them would go to whoever I'm going to drop in my guillotine league because Ferguson sucks.
Yeah, that's a tough pickup. Is what's his name out there? The kid from Houston?
Who?
Schultz in my guillotine?
Nico
or
Suave?
No, I'm talking about in Vampire.
No chance.
Dalton Schultz, I think he is.
I was going to say, man, start starting that kid in that lineup.
You know, I got to drop Kyren Williams.
Oh, yeah, he hurt.
I hope nobody else picks him up.
I
I got to get a quarterback the next week.
Yeah, what are we, 1-5 now?
27.
Only
yeah, 1-5.
You're still not out of it, though, right? Because I don't know how to buy. I mean, I haven't really looked, honestly. I think I'm 3-3 in that one.
I only looked this week because I knew I was playing Craig.
Yeah, I knew you guys were playing.
Who am I looking for?
Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz.
He'll be a flex guy.
Yeah, he would be a flex guy. He would not be a quarterback.
Yeah. Everything's a flex, Craig.
Flex distinguish.
No, he's definitely not here.
I think he's actually. He might be on my roster.
No shit, you drafted him?
I might have. I don't even know.
One of those garbage picks? Yeah,
I don't know. I might have.
In my queue. All right, well, he's not there.
I kind of want to look and see if he's on my roster now, though.
Okay.
Well, while we're doing that, guys, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, thumbs up. You can find all of our merchandise over at tpublic.com/
we got merch?
Huddle Up. Well, Huddle Up Incorporated does. I'm gonna work. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to Jim this week and see if we can design a FKC.
I'll set up a table and I'll put t-shirts in a box.
Nice.
And we'll sell them out of that.
Yeah.
Thought you were gonna say something else.
Me too.
God.
Me too.
Why? What gives you the impression that I'm going to say something off color that might offend people?
Never.
I mean, do you not know who the fuck you are?
Right?
I know who the fuck I am. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
I mean, there may or may not be a league that I'm in with you that my team name is Craig Sterling League Killer for some of the things that you've said in a league group chat. So, but I digress.
I think we've
like
all
in your league, like in your league, but there's your team.
Oh yeah, dead last.
Yeah, I think we've all been in a league where it's been, dissembled because of Craig's antics.
No. Don't even bring up my fucking. My 18 keeper league, which was amazing. Everybody
loved it. That was such a good league. That was my favorite
league. But I had to have a fucking mutiny because they had to have a couple of bottles of Jack Daniels before they came over for a draft.
Crown Royale.
So it's my fault.
Crown Royale.
They stormed in and were just like, we're taking over your league.
January 6th, bro. It was crazy. I was there.
Guy with fucking horns and shit.
Pitchforks.
Which one of them? Which one of them was QA-Ron?
It wasn't big fat man. This was semi-skinny man.
The QA-Ron fucking fantasy football league. We're storming the gates.
That's it.
Welcome. No more locked doors.
You know what would be kind of cool if they did like a QAnon draft. You just start drafting.
That'd be fire.
That'd be fire. Maybe something you got put in your group chat, Mike.
Might have to look into that. That'd be fire. Who are we taking with the first overall pick, baby?
Matt Gates, dude. Let's go.
Let's go. I kind of want to contemplate starting a full-fledged dynasty league, but I kind of want to do an 8-team one where it's not
it's
overload. Yeah, so might talk about that because I don't know how much legs the 2-quarterback league has.
I'm agreeing. I'm not loving it.
So we might revert the 2-quarterback into a full-fledged dynasty league next year. Well, we can talk about that off air because we'll have enough to talk about during the off season. Let's talk about why you guys are here now that we've given you a 5-minute banter about randomness. It is the fantasy football week number. What are we at? 6 now?
Yep.
7. No, week 7.
Going into 7.
We are through 6 weeks. We are now into week number 7 of the National Football League. Bye weeks again this week. A bunch of very important players will be on bye this week. So, as I bring up the schedule real quick, Bengals, Cowboys. I know both of them because I have quarterbacks in both of those teams that I now have to go find replacements for. I don't know why the fuck that started playing in my ear. Let's see. So Dallas, Cincinnati. I'm trying to see here. Carolina, Houston, the Titans, and the goddamn Jets all are on bye this week. Before we get into moving forward and who is eventually going to have to be the guys that you have to pick up to replace these guys, which team needs this bye week more out of the 6 teams that are on bye this week? I'll start with Ryan.
I think Cincinnati, just because they're on a roll. You know, we talked about it. It's been do we shelf them? Do we not shelf them? Where are we at in the division?
I don't think we shelf them now.
Nope, and everybody keeps falling back to them. I think they're probably one game at what's Baltimore's record?
They're 4-2. So they own the tie. They technically own the tiebreaker as
on the tiebreaker, but
we play them again.
I was going to say there's another game to be played, so perfect time for Joey to get right. You know, give him 2 weeks to treatment, feel good, and see 2 Sundays from now.
And it's 2 weeks to plan coming out of the bye week, traveling to Santa Clara, play the 49ers.
Yep. Huge statement game for you guys.
Eat them.
Yeah. Everybody healthy, man. I'm surprised they played T this week, but he must have
that one surprised me too. That one really surprised me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the team that I'm gonna say the team that needs this bye week more than anyone else right now. It's the goddamn Jets.
Why, is Aaron Rodgers coming back? Is that what we're hearing?
No, but they win a game that, in all fairness, they had no fucking right to win.
Oh yeah, the Eagles.
And they did it without DJ Reed or Sauce Gardner.
Yes. Which I thought was amazing.
If you're telling me right now, hey guys, we just beat a team that played for the Super Bowl last year and is in the top 3 in the NFC in terms of Vegas odds and of best teams in that fucking conference right now, and you beat them without arguably the best cornerback in football and another guy who's actually been pretty damn good playing on the other side of him.
And let's not forget they almost beat the reigning Super Bowl champs as well.
And they beat the Buffalo Bills. You know, this is one of those where get the 2 of them healthy quickly from the concussions, and I don't know, man. Something tells me this Jets team is not going to go away. So, Craig, who needs this bye week the most?
I don't know. I like Houston. I think you look at Houston right now, and they were number 1 pick. They had 3 wins out of total last year. Mm-hmm. Now you're 3-3 going into the bye. They have confidence in themselves. Get some guys healthy, and they're in a very winnable division.
And they come out of the bye week going to Carolina.
Yep.
Okay.
Very winnable game.
Yeah. And it's a road game. Road games are always going to be tough on you, but their defense is playing really well. They just got to get that run game fixed. But I think having the early bye and prove and having them prove to themselves that we can hang with the big teams in the NFL, and like I said, man, you're in a division that's very winnable.
And it's going to be interesting to see how the young kid responds with a full season, and it's not college. I know they play a little bit more now with the championship games, and they're looking to expand. So, as a rookie playing a full season in the NFL, it's stressful. Those guys, it's the speed and the game is fast, and it seems like he's getting it. So give him some time to really study the playbook and open it up a little more and see what you got with him. And like you said, it's a winnable division. So I think you said that's perfect timing for him.
Yeah, I'd agree. All right, let's talk real quick. The injuries that have taken shape again. We talked last week at breakfast at Wimbledon about Jay Jettis not being able to do the gritty right now because of a hamstring. We're going to read off some guys here. We'll start Buffalo. Lose Damian Harris, concussion and a sprained neck. He was ambulanced out of the stadium. Josh Allen has a shoulder contusion. He's twisted his day-to-day. And last but certainly not least out of that one, Dalton Kincaid, currently in league concussion protocol. Damian Harris going down, obviously not to the extent of Matt Milano or Tre'Davious White. But if Josh Allen's shoulder problem and Dalton Kincaid's concussion problem become more serious, this might be a really bad time to be a Buffalo Bills fan and a really bad time to have a lot of these guys in fantasy football.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Well, if anything, Cook would benefit the most. And probably Knox would benefit the most because he's probably going to have to get rid of the ball quick with shorter passes if he can't throw it that far. It's going to suck for Diggs, Davis, those guys. Yeah,
Gabe Davis. Thanks a lot, bud. I fucking started you over fucking Jacoby Myers, and I lost my fantasy football matchup because of it. No, that was against your girlfriend.
Oh.
I went back and forth between Davis and Myers all week. And I was like, man, all he's got to do is catch like 1 or 2 touchdowns, and they're going to fucking run the ball all night. Fucking, they couldn't move the ball against fucking the Giants. And fucking Jacoby Myers had like 14 catches for like 83 yards and a touchdown. Fucking went for like 17 points.
Yeah.
Fucking ridiculous.
But you weren't shitting on the last 2 weeks prior to.
No, I'm going to start him every fucking week now, and I'm going to fucking get kicked in the dick whenever he goes for like 2 catches for 8 yards.
Yep.
Fucking Aiden O'Connell throwing it to him. More on that in a minute. Chicago Bears, dislocated right thumb for Justin Fields. He is listed as doubtful for the Week 7 matchup against the Raiders.
Ryan, you can bench him this week.
Fucking thank God. I still won with his 4 points, Craig.
You stumped the shit out of him. You still won by how much? 80?
Yeah.
And you left 100 on 90 something on the bench.
96 on the bench.
Yeah. We talked about that on last week's show.
And then that's why I had Strawberry Fields forever was my.
Between the guys you started and what you left on the bench, what was the difference in points?
I think we did the math. I want to say it was
close.
I think it was another, like, I would have got 210 at 160, so it was
about 50 points.
Another 60-ish.
Yeah, the quarterback, I think, wasn't that big of a disparity.
It was just DJ Moore shitting on every one of your wide receivers.
50-something, shitting on every wide receiver I could have put in.
Yeah.
I would have left ETN in. I think I would have taken out, I forgot who I said I would have taken, Flowers. So
yeah,
Flowers had like 17 or 15.
Cool. So you would have added an extra 48.
Yeah, extra 48. So it was 160. So it was like 2 and change. It was like 210.
Yeah.
And I could have talked so much shit to Manning.
I mean, you still could.
Buddy, I knew I was winning that anyway. It was a layup. Half his team was fucking out. So
yeah, he has the whole Chargers offense.
Yeah, it just sucks.
We heard about that for 4 hours after the draft was over.
I know.
Didn't get him a win this week either.
Yeah. I just got to fucking fade Fields now. I don't, I go from I'm never starting him again. Then why didn't I start him? And now I'm never going to start him again. It's fucking ridiculous with this guy.
So life after Justin Fields for the 1-5 Chicago Bears is Tyson Bagnet or former.
Oh wait, next season. Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's next season.
Yeah, or it's former Buffalo Bill great Nathan Peterman.
Let's go.
So Big Dick Nick or Tyson Bagnet will be the starting quarterback this week against the Las Vegas Raiders. I want to know what the line for that game is going to be, because can Vegas make it 11.5? Because if it is literally Aiden O'Connell versus Nathan Peterman or fucking Tyson Bagnet, what the fuck is that line going to be?
Right. Flex that to Sunday night. Let's see what happens.
Hold on.
Vegas -3.
No, I'm
Why?
saying over under.
Oh,
Why? Because Tyson Bagnet is going to be the starting quarterback for the Bears. What the fuck do you mean? Why?
13 and a
37
half.
and a half.
Oh,
37 and a half?
37 and a half.
Under. Under.
Yeah, lock. Championship.
Sign me up.
So
Fuck
go
yeah.
Elway.com. It's going to be over.
Well, hold on. We both snapped under. They're going to score fucking 80 in that game.
Never mind, dude. Start everybody. Fucking
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell, launch him. Fucking Devontae Adams, launch him.
There's no need to do a fucking DraftKings. Just stack them, bro.
Stack every one of them. Tyson Bagnet, DJ Moore, Cole Kmet. Light them up.
Put them in the
select team.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Wow, that should be entertaining, boys.
No, I'm out. Mark that. I might find a way to sleep through that game. I don't even know how. Obviously, we've talked about Deshaun Watson with his I'm hurt, but I'm not hurt, but I'm hurt.
Man.
But see, again, we talked about it on last week's episode. This is what happens whenever you guarantee guys contracts. They have nothing to fucking play for.
Yeah.
Dude. I'd hate to be, and I can't believe they beat San Fran, but even still, like, that, what does that say?
PJ Walker for fucking
right. You just for how much less?
Can we just trade bad contract for bad contract? Russell Wilson for fucking Deshaun Watson.
That would be it. That would be the perfect trade for both teams.
That or it's Deshaun Watson for Kyler Murray.
That's not bad either.
Bad contract for bad contract. Let's just fucking change scenery.
Yeah, that's it. New playbook, guys. You got to learn it.
Justin Fields for fucking one of them. Who gives a fuck?
It's gonna be crazy offseason, man.
Dog water. Samaje Perine.
Purdy looked like shit without his weapons.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because I think me or Ryan can look good whenever you're throwing the ball to Christian McCaffrey, Debo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle.
Yeah, I don't think Kittle even caught a ball, did he?
Probably not. But this is the problem that I have with mainstream media. I'm looking at you, Nick Wright. I'm looking at you. Fucking these tiers of quarterbacks. You have Brock Purdy on the fucking Patrick Mahomes Express.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
The next Tom Brady.
My ass.
I mean, Cleveland's D is number one, by the way. Let's not forget.
Every now and then I'll go on like Fox Sports 1 for the afternoon show Speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did Jimmy Butler go to Nicholas Wright's barber?
Yes.
Because they have the same fucking hairstyle. They
Correct.
both look like beautiful men.
You wanted to say something else, but you were afraid we were going to get canceled.
I was going to.
I know you were, but you were afraid we were going to get canceled.
Can't say the R word here. I'm fucking cancel cultured.
No, literally. Yeah, well, literally, though.
Man, you have prostate and testicular cancer. Man.
Wow.
Man.
David Montgomery expected to miss time with rib injury. It was also announced by Coach Man Campbell on Monday that Jahmyr Gibbs' hamstring is tending towards being available to play Sunday against Baltimore.
There goes your draft pick, buddy.
No, finally.
If he does not play for some stretch of the imagination, Craig Reynolds, only healthy running back on the roster right now.
Hey.
Is Detroit the best team in football?
I mean, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to be on a
serious
show.
question, by the way.
No, I'm going to answer for you. I'm going to be on a show in a couple weeks. Our friend Kyle Nash, who is part of the Huddle Up podcast, has his own show, The Student of the Game. I have been accredited the ability to pick the midseason and end of season awards with him. I'm telling you right now on October 17th, 2023, that Aiden Hutchinson is the best player on the defensive side of the football in the 2023 season. He's better than Bosa. He's better than Bosa. He's better than Watt. He's better than Michael Parsons. That dude is a fucking machine.
Let's not forget about the kid from Cleveland, too. He's pretty good.
I'll take Aiden Hutchinson.
You got my stamp of approval on that one. That's what he's balling. The whole defense is balling.
The whole and it's you have guys, and I'm going to use Micah Parsons as the example because Big Jim is a Cowboys fan. Until that last drive, Micah Parsons kind of went missing in that game against the Chargers.
Yeah.
And they don't have this star-studded offensive line. He wasn't going up against Trent Williams. He wasn't going up against Jason Kelsey. He wasn't going up against, these star-studded offensive linemen. He was kind of going up against your middle-of-the-road offensive line. And up until that last stunt that he hit to get the sack, that the play before the interception to seal the game, he kind of just was there. I mean, Aiden Hutchinson right now, I don't necessarily know it matters who you put on him.
Mm-hmm.
Rip move, speed move, spin move, dipping. I mean, he picked off a pass that was behind him.
Yep, and they move him around too. They'll line him up over nose. They'll line him over tackle. They'll line him over,
And I said this last season on the Student of the Game show when we talked the end of the year awards. I said in that show that I thought that Dan Campbell was the coach of the year. And I will believe that I believe right now that Dan Campbell is the coach of the year this year because Dan Campbell is doing something that not a lot of guys have ever been able to do, especially in Detroit, and that's getting every person that puts on a fucking Lions helmet to believe in the fucking system.
Oh, yeah, they drafted like fucking
Jared Goff was left for dead.
He
looks like he looks like a completely different quarterback now that he's out of LA.
I mean, I know the Rams got the Super Bowl, but I think Detroit got the better now.
Yeah. And you pair him with Amon-Ra St. Brown. You paired him with
Laporta. You get him
Sam Laporta. The defense,
the
defense, like you said, they signed David Montgomery, who'd been balling out of his mind until the injury. If there's a team right now that I don't want to see lined up against me, it's the fucking Detroit Lions.
Both sides of the ball playing fucking amazing.
Lights out.
Let's go.
I know who beat them though.
Yeah, who beat them?
Seattle week 2.
Yeah, barely.
No, overtime. 37-31.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was a great game. No, dude, they're an awesome team. I I have the ticket, so I enjoy watching that team.
Me too.
They're a fun team. They Man Campbell, dude. That's a great fucking. Yeah. That's great because he's got those guys. They'll run through a fucking brick wall for this guy. And when they believe in their coach, and this guy's been coaching them up for the last few years, and he's got an offense that's just putting up a shit ton of points. And their defense, they're just going to get better as long as they stay healthy. They've lost a few guys on defense already. I think 1 or 2 for the year. I know they lost one of their top corners.
CJ.
And they're still kicking ass. They're a fun team to watch.
And that division's winnable. I mean, I don't see anybody competing with them.
No, not in the division.
I think they roll that division.
Mm-hmm. But it's locked up week 12.
Today I was on my way home. After the gym, and I'm listening to the Fantasy Channel, and they're talking about how the most overhyped thing is power rankings. But what they were saying is that the Detroit Lions right now are the best team in football. The Niners have some injuries to deal with. They didn't, it's not super like they think they'll play next week. But you're talking about an oblique injury with a guy like McCaffrey who's taking shots from all sides. Oblique injuries are not fucking fun to come back from.
Nope.
They lose him. Purdy loses his run game. That's like where all of his trust is.
And don't forget about the 5-6 catches he has for 60 yards too.
But do they play the Eagles this year?
Yes.
When?
I want to say.
Oh wait, hold on. I actually have them right here in front of me. Hold on.
You just have a stretch where it's like Buffalo, San Fran, and I want to say Dallas, like back to back.
No, I don't think you don't play them.
Yes, we do. We played San Fran this year.
No, the Lions.
Oh, I thought you said the Eagles.
No,
I think their schedule actually.
Listen to the Lions' schedule going forward. At the Ravens, home for the Raiders, at the Chargers, home for the Bears, home for the Packers, at the Saints, at the Bears, home for the Broncos, at the Vikings, at the Cowboys, home for the Vikings.
I only see one L in there, maybe Dallas.
So you're telling me that the first round bye will go to the Detroit Lions?
Yep. No, the number 1 seed will be Detroit.
2, 3, 4. Of their remaining games, 5 are against division opponents.
Of the remaining games, I see 2 games that they should be maybe even money to slight favorites. That's Dallas, and it is against the Chargers, and this week against Baltimore.
Baltimore, yep.
Well, and don't forget they're going to the Saints. The Saints defense is pretty damn good. Their offense.
That'll be a test. But
Is Derek Carr actually going to be healthy? Because if he's not, I don't trust Jameis Winston.
Yep.
Don't know.
So that's something we got to look into. But before we continue, game 2 is final, and
go Phils. Sing it.
Dancing on my own, boys. We're rallying back for another World Series run, it looks like.
Go Phils.
All right, so Indianapolis Colts. Here's the news of the week. Last week, me and Ryan talked a couple weeks for AR-15. Jim Irsay comes out this week, probably done for the year. That means Uncle Rico's under center the rest of the way. Does this reopen the Kirk Cousins conversation?
I thought Tennessee losing theirs might be the better fit. Just because I could see him, he's kind of vetoing his no trade. He's, I don't.
For some reason, he wants to stay in Minnesota. I don't understand why.
I watched that quarterback's documentary on Netflix. He's got a good life up there. That's the type of life he wants to live. But
so he wants to be a kid. Eh?
Yeah,
Hey, what you talking about?
Yeah, but I think
Tennessee makes more sense just because that division's winnable.
That's why I thought Indianapolis, because they got the pizza.
That too. I could see it, but I just think you ride it with Gardner, because
Uncle Rico.
It ain't bad. He'll keep you in the game. He's going to lose you a couple too, but he'll keep you in some.
I was going to say he might throw 1 or 2 away, but he'll keep you in most of them.
Yep.
I don't know. You're just talking about Kirk. Jefferson came out and said he only wants to play wherever he plays. So I think those two guys.
Shit, I didn't hear that.
He said something. He only wants to play where Tiger King.
Oh, Jamar Chase. He's always fucking open.
Yep.
Well, he didn't. Yeah. I don't. Fuck Dino.
More like the Bengals defense found a way to win that game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very true.
I was wondering
we shit the bed in the red zone, 1 for 5.
Yeah.
But our defense played really, really well as well.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
So I look at it as it was a game that if we convert 2 times in the red zone, it's a totally different story. But your defense played very well. They got to him. They pressured the shit out of him. And Gino just never got rid of the fucking ball and just stuck it up his ass.
Scrambled around, running for his life.
I will say this much on this show, and you can hit the homer button after if you want. But I'll take Trey Hendrickson or Sam Hubbard probably over most of the defensive linemen in football right now, not named Aiden Hutchinson. Those dudes are fucking firing right now.
I'll take Carter, even though I know he's hurt, but that's just a homer too.
I mean, honestly, I love Jalen Carter, but I feel like give me him in 3 years, I will probably endorse that as well.
Okay.
I like my Witherspoon Woolen.
Yeah, that's not bad either. That's not bad either. No, that was a good game. And like I said, your boy Walker is balling. What was that? His 5th week with a touchdown?
Yeah.
5 in a row?
Yeah. I told you, man, the last 2 years. Two years, that man has been working on the defense.
Oh, yeah.
And one trade changed 2 fucking franchises. Because one of them is thriving, that's us.
Yep.
And the other one is about to blow shit the fuck up.
I mean, they were going to blow it up the minute they brought Sean Payton in, because Russell Wilson and Sean Payton were never going to work together, and anybody that thought they were was fucking retarded. Oops, sorry. Nope. Didn't say that word.
No,
didn't say that word.
Like I said all along, it's this diva bullshit. It's the I want my own this, I want my own that. I'm kissing babies and chicken names. The guy doesn't care about football, and we got rid of him.
Super Bowl. Yeah, you did.
When he came out, his ex girlfriend thought she was getting paid for life.
True.
Before we continue, we talk about the Russell Carrington Wilson trade. Do you regret the Jamal Adams trade at all? I mean, we dunk on the fact that you guys have slam dunk won the Russell Wilson trade. But I feel like the Jets have slam dunk won the Jamal Adams trade.
What have those trade picks turned into, though? Who were the players that they got?
Well,
if it wound up being, that they got Sauce. No, I don't think that was a draft pick from the trade. But it all depends on what you do with those picks and if they pan out. Do I regret the trade? I mean, he was getting such a stud at the time, but he's had injuries, and then he comes back last season, tears his quad. It's not like if they drafted him or if they traded for him and they knew he had a bad knee and he's torn his knee twice since he's been there. It was two things that happened, and we'll see if he can stay healthy this year.
The first pick that was from Seattle was traded to Minnesota in a trade. That trade was where they went up to 14, I believe. And at 14, they took Elijah Vera Tucker, the offensive guard.
Okay.
So that one has been okay, I guess. I don't know much about him. The other picks in that trade were a third round selection, Bradley McDougall. I don't know the fuck that is, to be fair. That third round pick from you guys was, as I'm trying to find it here. That actually got traded in a trade also to the Minnesota Vikings. So cool. And then they had the first rounder the next year. You guys' first round the following year. That was 2021. And then in
2021, that might have been Sauce.
Yeah.
22. Their pick was Sauce Gardner. The pick for you guys is the best wide receiver to wear a Jets jersey in the last 10 years, Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Jets right now I would say are winning that trade with Seattle.
I agree.
So now I'm looking at the 8 players the Seattle got in the trade for Russell Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
With the exceptions of Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, who they already got rid of, defensive lineman, and
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. Quarterback Drew Lock, Noah Fant, Shelby Harris, gone. Okay. Offensive tackle, Charles Cross.
Mm-hmm.
Outside linebacker, Boye Mafe. Outside linebacker, Tariq Smith. He's a rotational guy. Devin Witherspoon.
Pretty good.
Edge rusher, this kid, Derek Hall, they got from, Auburn. So he's a rookie. So those are the players that Seattle got. So,
I mean, I would say with Fant, Witherspoon, and
Boye Mafe. Mafe's a really good one.
Between the three of them and then the rookie that you have right now.
Cross is just coming back from injury, and he played this past Sunday. He was our left tackle this Sunday.
That's what I'm saying. So you give an incomplete on him because obviously he's been hurt. You give an incomplete
on the first game back since he got hurt.
That's what I'm saying. You give an incomplete to the rookie because you're trying to get him into development. But between Fant and Witherspoon and Alpha, I mean, I feel like you've proven based off of how bad Russell Wilson. You know what? I can't even say how bad Russell Wilson has played because there have been games that Russell Wilson has played out of his mind and the defense just find a way to give up more points. But if I'm Denver, when is the trade deadline? Is it today? Was it today?
Halloween.
No, I think it's next week. Yeah.
Next Tuesday. Okay,
so it's Halloween. Yeah, because
it's Halloween.
No, it's the
week before Halloween. I thought it was.
I'm telling you right now. I'm trading every piece I can. I'm trading Pat Surtain. I'm trading fucking Jerry Jeudy. I'm trading Cortland Sutton.
Oh yeah, all of it.
I'm blowing this bitch the fuck up.
Yep. I think they said the one guy that's untouchable is Surtain.
When somebody offers you fucking 2 or 3 first round draft picks, everybody's fucking touchable.
Yeah. Yes. Tuesday, October 31st, 4 p.m.
Okay. Well, you'll see Denver unloading then by then.
All right. So I guess before we get back into injury reports, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy, where do they end up? Because I don't think they're Denver Broncos. I will say this much. I think if you're the Houston Texans, I make a phone call about one of them to put on the other side of Nico Suave.
And I might do the same, Dallas, looking at Jerry Jeudy. Just, don't look like Michael Gallup could catch much these days. And
Brandon Cooks had a coming out party for the first
he did,
time as a member
finally.
of the Dallas.
They're so fucking overloaded in receivers in Dallas now.
I would almost trade Michael Gallup.
I think
Michael Gallup to fucking Carolina for a piece.
That's what I was going to say for Sutton. Carolina would be a nice spot for him, but Thielen's kind of the same guy too. So
yeah,
don't forget Kansas City. Kansas City needs.
Yeah,
the Denver Broncos are not trading either one of them in the division.
Yeah,
no.
They will tell Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes that they can royally go fuck themselves before they trade either one of them in the fucking division.
We're not making the rich richer.
Wait, hold on. You want me to give you a piece that can get you to the Super Bowl? Sir, how about you go fuck yourself? Politely go fuck yourself. I'm sorry. Did I offend you? Yeah, not happening. Jacksonville's another name. Depending on the severity of the Zay Jones injury, I think they could be in play. Speaking of the Zay Jones injury, good way to pivot back. Non-participant in practice on Tuesday. Trevor Lawrence was a limited participation in practice. The Jaguars remain optimistic that he'll play in the Thursday night game against the New Orleans Saints. If he doesn't, load up the fucking Saints defense because I've got no idea who the fuck the backup is in Jacksonville.
Yep, me neither.
Chad Henne, maybe.
God, if he still has a job, I swear to God.
Right.
CJ Beathard.
Okay.
So it'll be the Tanks Bigsby, Travis Etienne Invitational. They'll each have 45 carries because CJ.
That's great for Evan Ingram.
Yeah, that's true.
Great for Evan Ingram. And good thing Ridley had a good week.
Balling though lately. Yeah, Ridley too.
Yes, they both have been playing pretty well. Brendan Schrafe, their starting guard, considered day-to-day with an ankle injury. Trying to see here. The Las Vegas Raiders, Jimmy Garoppolo undergoing more tests to determine the severity of the back issue that knocked him out of the 21-17 victory over the Patriots, according to Adam Schefter. Obviously, Aiden O'Connell or Brian Hoyer. Last time Garoppolo missed a game, it was Aiden O'Connell. I would say that he's probably the betting line favorite to be the starter if Garoppolo doesn't play. I think they won that game with O'Connell at quarterback.
Yep.
So I would say he's probably.
It's a good thing Garoppolo's good looking because he's not going to have much more of an NFL career. That guy's going to be in some studio next season or the year after.
That dude is fragile.
Yeah.
All right. I guess it's time to get to the conversation that Craig is happy to have at one point, but I'm not happy to have at other points. The Los Angeles Rams, Kyren Williams and Ronnie Rivers, both going to be out. It looks like Williams is for sure out this week. Rivers is out 4 to 5 weeks. They've brought in the trio of useless running backs known as Darrell Henderson, former Ram great, Royce, he makes your mother moist, Freeman, and who is the third one? Miles Gaskins?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're bringing in the fucking juggernaut of fucking mediocrity here to be the fucking running backs for the Rams.
No, what's great is that people are going to run to the waiver wire and waste a claim on one of these guys. So good.
I'm good. Pass. I'd rather have the ghost of fucking Corey Dillon than fucking Royce Freeman fucking running for me.
That's a painful name for you too, isn't it?
I have PTSD.
Okay.
I hear that name and I get up in the middle of the night and start throwing shit.
Like Royce fucking Freeman.
Yeah. I still won that trade somehow.
Makes sense.
I still won that trade somehow. I don't understand. I somehow turned Antonio Brown pre-CTE into Michael Thomas. I think Derrick Henry was technically their pick.
Yeah.
And then I cut Derrick Henry. because he sucked the first 5 weeks of the regular season. Craig scooped him up and somehow turned him into like 14 pieces that are better than anything I have right now.
Yeah, I took him over, and then I traded him for
You gave me Mixon, and now I'm in the point of who do I pull off Mixon to, because I don't want him after this season.
I think you got Thielen too. I think it was Thielen and Mixon.
And I have Thielen again.
Yeah, I know. That's what's funny. It's all full circle, dude. Derrick Henry, like, you have him now, and I don't. Tajay Spears is looking good, but I don't know how much longer. Like you said, he's my bell cow. I'm going to run him till he fucking dies.
Can they? Okay. If you're Tennessee, do you take phone calls?
Yes.
Absolutely. For Henry, absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
I listen to everything. If I'm Buffalo, I'm making that his first call.
I was going to say,
especially now.
He feels like a Buffalo.
Yep.
He feels like a potentially a spot like the Rams, depending on if Kyren Williams' ankle is worse than what they're saying. Tampa Bay.
That's what I heard too. Yeah, they need a running back bad, man.
They do.
That's what's killing them.
And it seems like somehow Baker Mayfield is keeping them in games, even though people said Baker Mayfield was the problem.
I was remember back in August we were doing them quarterback rankings.
Oh, absolutely. I'm aware, and I'm just glad they decided to start Baker over Kyle Trask.
Yeah.
My bad.
Like I said, man, they gave him weapons. He's healthy. He had a surgery. You know, he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got shit to prove. He wants to make money too.
Yeah, but
he gets them into the playoffs. Listen, he gets them into the playoffs. He's getting a $35 million fucking check next year.
Yeah, but he don't need to throw it 54 times.
No,
hand the ball off.
Improve your run game.
I.e. Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry's an improvement.
Insert Derrick Henry here.
I'm sorry. Go sign fucking playoff Lenny back. At least he was fucking running the ball.
Well, what are you giving up for Henry?
A third?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what do you got? A year and a half left? You're going to eat most of the money? I mean, honestly, whoever trades for him has to say that this is their window. I mean, this has to be the run that you go on to get yourself into a spot. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, if something unfortunately was to happen to Joe Mixon in practice, like I would want Cincinnati to make that fucking phone call before Tuesday.
Yeah. Same thing with Philly. I still want them to make it. I think that would be great.
I mean,
let them both run wild in the playoffs. Have fun.
I mean, obviously Buffalo, like you said.
Yeah.
I get it. James Cook is been good, but you got a once in a lifetime shot to go get Derrick Henry and potentially win a Super Bowl.
Do it. Pull the trigger.
You let James Cook be the change of pace back there.
Third down, catch some balls.
Cool. I'm sorry. Is Derrick Henry not a fucking upgrade over Isaiah Pacheco, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Jerick McKinnon?
Yep.
Yeah, but Pacheco is working in whatever offense, that system they're running out there. So like you don't need to. If he goes down, yes, but you know this goes along with him that yes, you're not going to trade him in the division, but nobody is going to try to help Kansas City.
Oh no, but if they're the one that's willing to offer you a second round draft pick and everybody else is offering you thirds, you think of the betterment of your organization.
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm saying. It's kind of why I've said from the very beginning. If Kansas City's offering you the 32nd overall pick in the draft for a wide receiver, fucking take it. Because what the fuck do they need the fucking 32nd pick for?
Well, we're going to trade out anyway.
Yep.
That's my point. So at this point,
draft some useless wide receiver they're not going to start.
Yeah, Sky Moore.
Yep.
Literally, I just think that if you're a team that needs a running back that is going to be a difference maker down the stretch, if Tennessee sees themselves as out of it, you're doing yourself a disservice not picking up the phone and asking about Derrick Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who else. Miami Dolphins, Jalen Ramsey, quote, far ahead of schedule from the surgery he underwent in July. Could be ready to return to practice as soon as this week. Why?
Right.
Why are we rushing him?
There's no need.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here.
But you got to drop 40 to keep up with Miami these days.
Yeah. Obviously, Devon 2 Chainz expected to miss the minimum of 4 weeks, expected to be likely activated ahead of the Week 11 game against the Raiders. Jeff Wilson Jr., ribs and finger, was not activated on Saturday. He could be activated this week. Keep an eye on him. Minnesota, nothing new there. Same with New England. The New Orleans Saints, Jamal Williams has been designated to return. Could cut into the Alvin Kamara goal line carries.
No. Sorry,
Wait, hold on.
no.
Hold on. You're telling me that Jamal Williams, the guy who led the National Football League in touchdowns from the 3-yard line or less, is not going to cut into Alvin Kamara's goal line carries? You both have lost your fucking mind.
Wow, you got a rented mule for a year, dude. Use him.
You run his ass into the ground.
Are you guys trying to win football games, or are you guys trying to like
both?
Both.
Because Alvin Kamara is not the guy that I want running the ball from the 3-yard line.
That's all right. You throw it to him from the 3 as well.
You want Jameis Winston throwing the ball in the fucking red zone? Because I don't. What about Taysom Hill? Pass. I got a guy who's a fucking proven tush push version of a fucking running back. We said the same thing last year in fucking Detroit. Oh, no, it's gonna be DeAndre Swift. It's gonna be DeAndre Swift. We all fucking drank DeAndre Swift Kool-Aid, including myself, because I had him in my fucking fantasy league, and all I watched was fucking Jamal Williams from 3 yards every goddamn time they got in the red zone.
At least 20 times. Not every time. 20 times.
It just took him 3 times every time to get in the fucking end zone.
It's true. Yeah. So adds up to 20.
Well, that's it. Hey, in baseball, 1 of the 3 gets in the Hall of Fame.
Chris Olave Toe was limited participant in Tuesday's practice. Demario Davis, a defensive linebacker, did not participate. For the Giants, they have officially, but not officially. I read something, they put Daniel Jones on IR. And now I'm seeing that they haven't and that he feels better.
They want to try to tank, obviously.
Yeah, he's a modern day Eli.
Yep.
Trash.
That whole organization's trash, man. Start over.
Open mouth, breathing all words.
Can we talk about our good friend Aaron Charlie Rodgers throwing a football?
Come back.
I swear to God, if this motherfucker comes back and fucking takes the job from Zach Wilson and leads them on a fucking playoff run, how fucking wild is Aaron Charlie Rodgers?
We'll see how good that Achilles feels.
Yeah, man.
I mean, we watched fucking Joe Burrow fucking throw it 54 times, not being able to fucking push off of his calf.
First thing I did was change that field to grass. If he's coming back, I'd be like, okay, guys,
you can't.
Grass, so,
you can't. The Giants will fucking fight you on that.
I don't give a shit, dude. That's my investment.
I'll pay for it.
I heard they didn't pick up the insurance tab for him, so the Jets are on the hook for like $20 million. Yeah. It was too cheap to fucking pay. What do you do? Spend some money, man. Got all blinged out with that chain. Sell that chain, bro. Get you some insurance for your guy. New grass field and insurance.
All right. Pat Freiermuth expected to practice Wednesday. If he does, keep an eye on him because I feel like he's probably a must start when Pittsburgh plays because fucking small hands can't fucking see over his offensive line to throw it to anybody else. TJ Watt tore some muscles in his ligaments in his hand. Not expected to miss any time. Deontay Johnson has been designated to return, meaning that opens up his 21-day window to be put on the active roster. Another big one here, we're going to talk about the San Francisco 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, oblique/rib, isn't considered to be dealing with any long-term injury and could be available for the Monday night game, according to Adam Schefter earlier today. Trent Williams, their starting offensive tackle, avoided a high ankle sprain, is considered day-to-day. And then Deebo Samuel's shoulder is considered day-to-day. I'll say this, if Deebo does not play, that means that Brandon Ayuk is an absolute wide receiver 1. If Christian McCaffrey doesn't play, I don't know that I start any person that's on the 49ers offense because it's going to be a long day for whomever's playing running back and whoever's stuck playing wide receiver because the gadget plays that Kyle Shanahan writes up for Christian McCaffrey makes this offense move, and they don't have a piece that put in that spot.
Yeah.
We
Who's the
saw what
backup?
happened.
Is it Mason or something? What's his
I
name?
think it's
Jeff Mason and Elijah Mitchell.
No, because Mitchell's hurt, I think, too, isn't he?
No, he's healthy.
He is healthy.
It's Elijah Mitchell, it's Jordan Mason, and then Tyron Prince.
Yeah, Mason was the one who stepped in and played the other day.
Yeah, the bulk.
So that's obviously the one everybody's going to go after. But if McCaffrey's, but it's the thing is it's an oblique, and Mike's a baseball guy. Oblique injuries in baseball. These guys are out for 4, 5 weeks sometimes.
Yeah,
it's
and he's
everything.
grown.
It's your whole. You can't do shit if you have an oblique injury. If he feels good enough to go, then hey, go ahead. I don't know if his body is going to allow him to put up a 30, 35 point type team that he's capable of, especially against Swiss cheese, Minnesota. If it's a kind of game, I think you go by game flow. If he's capable of playing, but if you get up big early, just dude, taking a night, easy night. Limit the reps and everything. Try to get him healthy and see how he feels coming back the week after.
No, I agree. And that would suck for my fantasy team.
I mean, but you got to see, and what sucks is these are Monday night games, so.
I have Elijah Mitchell on my roster already, so I've had him all season. So worst case, that's who
time
goes
to
in.
use him.
Yep. Talking about Baker Mayfield, Coach Todd Bowles said Mayfield was diagnosed with a left hand contusion following the loss to the Lions on Sunday. No real timetable there. Ryan Tannehill isn't expected to require surgery to address the high ankle sprain that he sustained Sunday in the loss. He is without a definite timetable for Tennessee as it heads into their Week 7 bye.
Yeah, he looked like he was waving a bye on the way out. He looked like he knew that was his last snap.
Well, I don't think that him coming back is going to take the job from whomever the fuck's going to play quarterback for them.
Yeah.
I hope to God it's Will Levis and not fucking Malik fucking Hooker or Malik fucking whatever the fuck his name is.
Willis.
What you talking about, Willis? Because it ain't fucking Malik fucking playing quarterback.
That guy that 2 years ago people were like, he's a guaranteed first round pick.
Yeah, he's the guaranteed fucking lesser version of fucking Lamar Jackson. Cool.
Bo Callahan.
He's fucking Trey Lance, dude.
I want all my picks back, you pancake eating motherfucker.
It's the second time we've referenced that.
That's a great movie.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Say it with me. You get Bo.
All right, so that's the base of your injury report. Obviously, the big question here, if you have a Monday night Christian McCaffrey situation, I will tell you, have somebody that's on speed dial ready to put in your roster on Monday night, whether it's a member of Minnesota or a member of San Francisco. I would advise putting McCaffrey in your flex spot so that you can flex him out for anybody that you may have available on Monday night. If he does,
real quick. Don't you love playing people who put like the Thursday night guy in a flex spot?
Yeah, they're idiots.
I just absolutely love that shit. I love it. I really do.
So if you are a Christian McCaffrey owner, I would suggest picking up someone that plays on Monday night that you are not putting in your starting lineup. Have them stashed, ready to go in case you get the text message that Christian McCaffrey is inactive, and then load up somebody else in that response. Personally, I'm staying away from the Los Angeles Rams running back purgatory is what it feels like for a week. Hopefully Kyren Williams comes back in a week. If it's longer than that, I don't want Royce Freeman. I don't want Myles Gaskin. I don't want Darrell Henderson.
Nope.
I'm good. Hard pass. I'll trade assets to go get a running back if I need one that bad. I'm not going to just punt off fab budget or, a high waiver claim that I could screw myself out of somebody next week to go get a guy who may be a rental.
Yep.
A 1 week, 2 week kind of guy. I'm not one of those guys that jumps at that stuff. I kind of save my budget until, I lose a guy that I need the replacement increasingly bad. So that's kind of where I'm at.
I can see if Todd Gurley's available.
Is Cleveland actually going to start using Kareem Hunt? Can we trade for him?
I think he had a touchdown, a swing pass.
Oh shit! All right, PJ Walker bringing out the best out of everybody.
Yeah.
All right, time to trade Ford.
Yeah, who wants Jerome Ford, boys?
Yeah. You tried that already, Craig. It didn't work.
Yeah.
Could have had fucking my guy.
All right. Yeah. Real quick. Top 10 PPR quarterbacks. We'll go 1 through 10, and then I'll let you guys tell me if anyone surprises you being in the top 10. Jalen Hurts is number 1. Patrick Mahomes, Tua Tagovailoa, Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson, Geno Smith, Brock Purdy, Jordan Love, Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Lamar. Why is he always top 10?
I mean, I'll tell you what.
The rushing aspect.
No, I mean, I'll tell you.
I get it. I understand that. They brought weapons
extra
around.
6 to 8 points. It's huge in fantasy.
No, I was just gonna say because there's too many teams on bye to not have him in the top 10.
Not to.
That would make sense. But what I'm saying is,
10 is Russell Wilson. Then yeah.
All off season, pay the man, give him the money, get guaranteed money, and they're decent, at best.
The fact
not blowing people away this year.
I mean, honestly, I'm more surprised that Russell Wilson is ahead of the following names: Sam Howell, Baker Mayfield, Matt Stafford, Jared Goff.
Yep. How is Jared Goff not in the top 10?
How was Jared Goff 17?
Right.
And there's only 24 starters. You're telling me right now on Tuesday night that he is the only people that are under Jared Goff are Josh Dobbs, an injured Daniel Jones, Small Hands, Derek Carr, Brian Hoyer / Aiden O'Connell, Desmond Ridder, and Tyson Bagnet. Trash.
Yeah. Put him up.
Fucking, yeah. You know what? No, you know what, ESPN? Keep disrespecting him. So I want that motherfucker to throw it all over your fucking dumbasses. Yep. Clowns.
Speaking of which, we didn't do our Desmond Ridder watch.
Oh, we'll get there.
Okay,
we'll put that in the final segment. Week 7 running backs. Obviously, Christian McCaffrey at number 1, but that big Q next to his name will keep a question there. Austin Eckler, Kenneth Walker, Raheem Mostert, Josh Jacobs, Travis Etienne Jr., Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, Isaiah Plachenko, and DeAndre Swift round out your top 10. I'm going to start here. The fact that Austin Eckler is the number 2 running back after the display of mediocrity that he had on Monday night against the Dallas Cowboys, I get it. That's a really good defense. But I also understand that they're kind of snap counting him.
Yeah.
They're kind of holding his hand a lot right now. So I don't necessarily know why he's in the top 3. I don't love the fact that DeAndre Swift isn't higher. I get it. It's Miami. I get it. It's a good defense. But I think Philadelphia is going to try to run the ball a lot to keep Miami's defense on the field. Because like we said, you're not going to win a track meet very often when you got 2 fucking 4x100 sprinters on the outsides.
You got to hang 40. You got to at least hang 35.
And if you're not going to hang 35, you better have about 35 minutes of time of possession. And how do you do it? By running the football.
18, 17 play drives, running the football.
Enough with the trick plays, Bert. Run the dang ball.
Run the dang ball.
That's kind of where we're at right now. Run the dang ball. Anybody else in the top 10 that's questionable?
No, not really. I get it, Saquon and all, but they just have no fucking offense.
I think that's true because
if the team's not afraid of what you have on the outside because all they have is slot receivers on the Giants, like there's an extra man in the box for Saquon. It just kills the value, that you're going to go out and put this guy in a DK lineup and pay up for him because of name.
And what does this do to his value next year now? Now he's going to want to try to get paid again. And he's got to be fucking I really got put in this situation. I'm getting paid my money, but this does nothing for me next year. His value is probably going to be worse than it ever has been because he's going to be in a shitty team with no help.
Yeah, but I think he's just hoping on the free agency.
Yeah,
I don't think
you hope.
the Giants want to go through this again with him.
And that's why I think you shelf him, man. If you're trying to tank, you don't want fucking Saquon out there trying to be a hero.
No, but you got to hope that maybe you can trade him now.
Yeah.
Maybe get something for him before the offseason. If you can't get anything for him after Halloween, you start limiting the carries. Yeah, you know what? We'll just or then again, maybe you just run him into the ground and just be like, at the end of the season, no matter what.
Right.
Yeah, fuck it. Pull the Alvin Kamara.
Here's your 11 mil.
Yeah.
He's not going to get the incentive though.
No, he won't. No, not on that fucking team, he won't.
Top 15 wide receivers: Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, Keenan Allen are your top 5. Then you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devontae Adams, Jalen Waddle, Puka Nacua, DK Metcalf, Devontae Smith, Mike Evans, Hollywood Brown at 13, Brendan Ayuk, Chris Olave round out your top 15 for this week. I don't love the fact that Michael Pittman isn't in here, because if you know that Uncle Rico's throwing the football, he likes to throw the ball to Michael Pittman.
Yes, he does.
He's proven that. I don't love that. I feel like he should be higher on this list, especially with Olave being questionable, especially with the Mike Evans. If Baker Mayfield's injury is something that may limit his throwing ability. Same with Brandon Ayuk with the Deebo Samuel, question mark. I feel like that's something you got to look into. Hollywood Brown in the top 15. I mean, I get it. Hollywood's played well, but I think if I'm sitting here looking at Hollywood Brown with Josh Dobbs or Michael Pittman Jr. with Gardner Minshew, I think I'm going MPJ and fucking Uncle Rico. But not necessarily anything that's like outlandish here in the top 15.
No.
I don't know. I think Devontae maybe takes a little bit of a hit if what's his name is out. Garoppolo's out.
What does anyone remember what week Jimmy Garoppolo didn't play? I'm trying to remember what week it was that Garoppolo didn't play.
It was against the Chargers. I want to say week 3 or 4.
So it was a 24-17 loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Khalil Mack had 6 sacks. Herbert had 3 touchdowns. The stat line for Devontae Adams in that game alone: 13 targets, 8 catches, 75 yards.
Not terrible. I'll take it.
Aiden O'Connell threw for 238 yards on 24 completions. Josh Jacobs had 8, and Devontae Adams. Defense. Yeah, but Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams had 16 of those catches. Yeah. So, and then the week before against Pittsburgh, he had 20 targets, had 13 catches for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I feel like people, the ESPN people, are sitting here and they're kind of like, he's got that in him. We kind of have to give him the respect of putting him in the top 10.
Yep.
I get it, it's Aiden O'Connell. I get it, it's Brian Hoyer. I get it, it's Jimmy Garoppolo. But it's Tay.
Yeah, he's still him.
It's Tay. Like you can't disrespect Tay. So yeah, I don't necessarily have an issue with him being in the top 10. Obviously, our favorite segment here, the tight ends, where if you don't have Travis Kelce, TJ Hawkinson, Mark Andrews, or Sam Laporta, who gives a fuck?
Yep. Move on.
Goddard's been good the past few weeks.
He's finally
Goddard is 5. Goddard is 5. So after 5, you enter the world of Darren Waller, Evan Ingram, George Kittle, Cole Kmet, and hey guys, I finally found the end zone, Kyle Pitts.
Yep. He's alive.
Logan Thomas is good until the Billy Bob counter goes off.
Jesus.
Miss Davis, you go to prom with me? That's what fucking Logan Thomas says after he gets a concussion. He just comes back to the huddle. Miss Davis, you go to prom with me?
Coach said it's okay to bleed from the ears.
Fucking 10, Miss Davis. Fucking 10. Logan, what the fuck are you talking about? She's fucking 10. All right, Billy Bob. What the fuck? Nobody gives a shit about kickers, obviously. Nope. Top 10 defenses. Buffalo the Browns, the Commanders, the Giants, the 49ers, the Raiders, Buccaneers, Rams, Seahawks, Jaguars.
Yep, standard.
And I mean, honestly, a lot of it's because of who they're playing.
Yep.
Bills against New England, Browns against the Colts, Commanders and Giants playing each other. The Niners playing a Minnesota team without Justin Jefferson. The Raiders playing a Chicago team with Tyson Bagnet being the fucking starting quarterback. Yeah.
Don't sleep on that Lions defense.
Nope.
Playing the
At
Baltimore Ravens.
the Lamars.
I'm not going to say that this is a measuring stick game for the Detroit Lions, but if they can go out there defensively and contain Lamar Jackson and make him beat them with his arm, then you have to be happy no matter what the outcome is.
Yes, and here's another thing. They win this game. They win back-to-back road games, going to 6-1. I mean,
Yep.
now you're showing people you can win anywhere.
Yeah.
So,
Like you said, with that schedule coming up, good luck.
Yeah. All right, everybody's favorite segment, me versus Ryan, as we talk about the
Let's go.
Desmond Ridder experience.
Let's go.
How the fuck did they let him throw the ball that many times this week?
Buddy, what was that, 54?
47 pass attempts.
40, okay. I know
He
it was
went-
close.
28 of 47 for 307, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions.
How many rushing touchdowns? No rushing this week?
This week, I got to click over to rushing stats. 2 carries for 18 yards, no tutties.
Nice.
So his regular season so far, 130 of 203 for a 64% completion ratio,
Got him.
1,380 yards,
Let's go.
6 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the throwing end of the ball. And then right now his rushing, 20 carries, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Okay. So 8 touchdowns, over 1,000. We're close.
So according to ESPN, they do their projections. He is projected right now to finish 368 of 575, 64% completion ratio, 3,910 yards,
Get him. Got the over.
17 touchdowns,
Got the over.
17 interceptions.
Yeah. I nailed the both.
I hit the over on fucking interceptions too.
Yeah, you did.
Smashed the shit out of that one.
Buddy, that's if he makes it all the way through the season. Okay?
Yeah, I don't think he does. I think he gets murdered behind the
I
offensive
think
line
this
at some
segment
point.
might be ended in 2 weeks.
Yeah. The fucking Desmond Ridder experience is
Desmond
ended.
watch. He held the clipboard for fucking
Yeah.
60 minutes.
We watched him. He looked real good holding that fucking clipboard.
This could be ending real soon, I have a feeling.
It's so bad. All right, so I want to bring this up because I just found this on Twitter, and then we'll wrap up with our DFS fun. There's a report coming out from Don Clemon on Twitter. You can follow him at NFL _
a few minutes ago.
Reports coming out. Caleb Williams wants partial ownership from the NFL
Why
team
are we
that
just
was
talking about this?
So we weren't talking about it on here. So
I know, but I forgot who we were asking. We were saying they should get partial ownership. Like I thought that could be a thing.
So
It's fucking nuts.
Caleb Williams
Yeah.
wants partial ownership.
Aaron Rodgers. That's what
Yes.
it was. Tried.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aaron Charlie Rodgers attempted to secure equity during his contract discussion with the Jets, but the NFL stepped in and said it wasn't allowed.
I think Tom Brady tried it too.
Pro Football Talk reported in July that Caleb's representatives have been making it known that Williams wants partial ownership of the team that selects him in the 2024 draft if he declares for the draft. So let me be the first to formally announce this on October 18th, 2023, with the first pick of the XFL draft. The Houston Roughnecks select Caleb Williams, quarterback, USC, because you're playing yourself right out the league, dog.
Yep.
Already. Like, I mean, this goes right along with what I've always said about Kyler Murray. Oh, you're not going to do this? I'm going. Seriously, like, why do these guys think that, like, they can take... Listen, I don't know who I said this to. They own a day of the week. You are not going to tell these people what to do.
Yeah.
Okay? for
It's
7 months
just
out of the year. Jesus comes second on Sundays.
It's a young age
And
now.
you think,
Sense of
and you
entitlement.
think, listen, you think just because you're some fucking hotshot out at USC, you're wrecking it. You're playing against defenses that give up a lot of fucking points anyway.
Yeah, he
So
wrecked it.
now,
Yeah,
He
he
wrecked it on the
fucking
road at US at fucking Notre Dame where he
Notre
threw
Dame.
3 picks. Fucking garbage ass motherfucker.
48-20. Got him.
but I
Scoreboard.
get it. Listen, this is like this NILs or whatever those things are. I'm an old man right now. I don't know this
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
But you're giving high school kids money. They're making money in college. So they're coming out with all this. I got the biggest fucking balls in the world. Okay, that's great. Keep your fucking mouth shut
Yeah,
and
he
get
already
drafted
stated
and go get paid.
he already stated he makes more money with NILs than he would in fucking rookie year.
Go ahead, buddy. Go
So
ahead,
come
buddy.
on
Because when
back.
all that shit
yeah.
took
You know
place
what?
and you
You know
lose
what?
money,
If I'm a team with the number 1 overall pick, I don't
No
want a guy
shot.
who on the road goes to Notre Dame in a fucking revenge game and goes 23 of 37 for 199 yards, a touchdown, and 3 picks. I don't want him.
Yeah, this ain't Cal, bro. This ain't
Yeah,
Arizona.
you ain't. Yeah, this ain't Stanford.
Right? This ain't
Oh
Colorado,
wait.
my guy.
Oh wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta go drive for drive with Oregon or Washington. That ain't gonna fucking happen either.
Nope.
The kid is overhyped. He's been overhyped. He was overhyped at fucking Oklahoma. Let's just fucking call a spade here.
Mm-hmm.
I get
So
it.
Lincoln
It's
Riley.
cute. Yeah, I get it. It's cute. It's the he played quarterback at USC. It's like saying he played running back at Alabama. Doesn't fucking matter. Caleb Williams is not Carson Palmer.
Yep.
he's coming out like he's fucking Tom Brady with 7 rings.
That's what I'm getting. Like that's what I was getting to. He's Matt Leinart.
Yeah.
He ain't Carson Palmer coming out of USC. He ain't coming like, oh, I won the Heisman. Motherfucker will be lucky to be invited back to New York this year.
Yep.
You should have cashed in when all your chips were at its highest. You won the fucking Heisman. You should have fucking came out then. Because now, Sam Hartman's better. Notre Dame. Drake May out of North Carolina. Better.
That was going to be my name. Yeah.
Those are the 2 that I can just list off the top of my fucking dome.
From Washington.
Michael Penix Jr. Better.
Yep.
Bo Nix.
He might even win
better.
It. Yeah.
Michael. I said it on Huddle Up. I said it the week after their second game. I said this is the Michael Penix Jr. coming out party, and he is now the favorite to win the Heisman, and he just keeps proving me right.
Me too. Agree. I'm on board.
The kid's a fucking stud.
And zip on the ball, man. Ooh.
Yeah, he is Lamar Jackson with better throwing assets.
And deeper ball and accuracy. Like,
yes.
Throws it outside.
Absolutely. Sign me up for the Michael. You know what? Here. I want him to come out if I'm Chicago because I want him and Marvin Harrison to play with fucking DJ Moore. I don't want Caleb Williams.
Nope.
I don't want Eli Manning 2.0 where it's like, hey, you know what? You have to take me at number 1, but I don't want to play for you. Okay, then go back to fucking USC, you prick.
Yep, that's Craig's, and I think it has Craig, I think it's everything to do with that sense of entitlement now. This younger generation, they just fucking everything's handed to them at age, whatever. And now it's just getting worse and worse. It really is.
I'm a big fan of no man's body, but man, some of the shit is just seriously, how do you think that you're gonna no, the NFL is gonna do what I say? No, they just fucking draft you, dude.
It's an Illuminati bitch. I don't think you're messing with.
Good luck, like you said, XFL, USFL. They got they got the 2028. They got the flag football in the Olympics. Go out for that, buddy, because you better come out. He better have his representative come out and say, "Oh no, it was a joke." Right. Come out and say something quick,
buddy.
Because
NFL got Travis.
Well, no, because the thing is, what's going to happen is this shit's going to hang over this kid's head every time he has a bad game. That's it. Oh, who do you think you are? Bury yourself. Just keep your fucking mouth shut.
I was going to say NFL ratings went down, and Travis and fucking Taylor got together. Now everybody's watching football.
Let's talk about
the NFL. See what happens.
Let's talk about the final stretch here for Caleb Williams versus Utah this week.
Johnny?
Yeah.
Give me two.
SC's playing Ohio State. Oh, he's good. Oh, this is the game where he turns his knee back 90 degrees.
Yep. On the road at Cal. Then it's the fucking trio of death to finish it in the Pac-12.
Yep.
Home against Washington, on the road at Oregon, home against UCLA.
Good luck.
They don't play in the Pac-12 title game.
Nope.
He doesn't get invited to New York, and they get fucking rolled back-to-back weeks by Washington and Oregon.
Yep.
Fucking rolled by both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then Lincoln Riley and Caleb Williams will then look at each other and go, we probably should have stayed in the Big 12, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. They're going to the SEC next year, so maybe not.
That's why they left, because they knew they weren't going to be able to fucking hang in there either.
Exactly. Might as well try our luck out here.
Yeah. All right. Let's wrap this up. Daily fantasy roster. Sunday slate only, obviously, because Thursdays it's the captain and the extra one. So full slate of games from Sunday. Give me a quarterback that's a must start and give me a value pick. Craig, I'll start with you.
Let me get on here real quick.
Okay, then while you're looking it up, I'll go with my must start. And it's weird because he's going off at 6,400. I'm going to take Jared Goff against the Baltimore Ravens. My value selection here, depending on the health of the hand, I would say either Baker Mayfield, who's at 5,300, or our good pal Uncle Rico. Even though it is against Cleveland, he is going off at 5,200. He's going to have to get the ball out of his hands very quickly. And they're going to be down, I think, in that game. So, you might get some late Uncle Rico.
I don't know. I'm going to go Homer with my must start with Gino.
Homer.
At home against Arizona.
Homer.
Yeah, I'm going to go Homer because he has to bounce back in a big way. Because if he has another stinker, it's just like, then it's going to start with they wasted the money. He's not the answer. They're going to need a quarterback. All of this. Have a big game. Have a nice $6,000 game. And get your ass back and, let's go Seahawks. And for a little bit cheaper, I would go Sam Howell at 5,500 against the Giants. I know the Giants' pass defense is pretty good. I watched them live. Their pass defense is pretty damn good. I'll give them that. Everything else about that team sucks. That's why I like my quarterbacks.
Rhino?
I think it's got to be Tua. I know it's probably expensive as shit, but guy hasn't, against the Eagles, banged up secondary.
I'm sorry, that's the Sunday night game.
Oh, that is Sunday night game. You're right.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, I'd probably go. I could Jared Goff too. That's a good start for me.
Matt Stafford isn't a bad one against Pittsburgh.
That's who I was going to say too. Matt Stafford's just been balling lately.
And if their running backs are down, they're probably going to ask them to throw the ball a bunch in that game.
Yep.
It must be a good quarterback to have in like a remedial league.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, dude.
Dak on the bench. Thanks, Ted.
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
on the bench.
Guess who dropped Dak? Teddy. When I say week 5, week 6, he'd be on the waiver wire. Got him.
Yeah. All right, running backs. My must start this week is a guy who has turned it up the last couple weeks. Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons at Tampa Bay. I think that this is a game where you saw how many times Desmond Ridder threw the ball last week. You're not winning games when Desmond Ridder throws the ball that much. You got to get back to running the football. I think this is one where Bijan is a guy who could be a unsung bell cow here. For a cheap pick, I'm looking more at Craig Reynolds of Detroit if Gibbs and obviously Montgomery's out, but if Gibbs is somewhat questionable going into that game, Craig Reynolds at 4,900. Otherwise, I like Kareem Hunt. I know it's very touchdown dependent with him right now. And obviously, if Aaron Jones doesn't play, A.J. Dillon is probably a must-fire for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you on the Craig Reynolds for the value. Even if Gibbs plays, he'll probably be limited on a limited snap count coming back from that hammy injury. And my must start is another homer pick because Kenneth
Homer,
Walker is
Homer,
We
Homer.
just talked about him.
an animal, bro. The guy is
Every week.
we're inside the red zone. We're inside no Charbonnet stay on just give it to him.
I'll have a Chardonnay.
Unfortunately, they didn't give it to him enough because Gino fucking shit the bed, but give me the damn ball.
Enough of the trick plays, Bert. Run the dang ball. Ryan, you have anybody different?
Not really. I like the Bijan pick. I might just say Aaron Jones, like you said, or A.J. Dillon. I think that's a good start against Denver.
Mm-hmm.
If there's some value there with A.J., obviously get him if Aaron's not starting. But, maybe Swift just because we talked about ground control too. I think that game's got to stay on the ground. So that's somebody you might see catch 4 or 5 balls and have 20 fucking totes this week. So like the upside there.
All right, wide receivers. We've talked about him some points on this show. It's Mr. 1,000-yard receiving years. I'll take Mike Evans against the Atlanta secondary. I know that they've been good, but if Baker Mayfield doesn't have any limitations, I like Mike Evans this week. I get it. On paper, if you look at DraftKings, it says that the Atlanta Falcons are the 5th-ranked defense. I don't give a fuck. It's Mike Evans. He's going to find a way, especially after not having a great game last week. I feel like this is a big bounce-back week for Mike Evans. Obviously, Puka Shell Nakua, because we've talked about how badly banged up the Rams running back position is. So if they're going to throw the ball a lot, he's another guy that I like. He's going at 76. Mike's going at 71. My value pick for this week is going to be Christian Watson of the Green Bay Packers, 5,600 against the Denver Broncos. I know he's going to get himself some PS2, but I think that he's also going to get the other members of that secondary at points, and I think they'll be able to find a way to get him the football more frequently coming out of the bye week.
Yeah, I'll start my lineups with the $9,500 2 girls and 1 Cooper Cup.
Nice.
I mean, it's like you said, the running game is it's going to be so inconsistent, if you will. You got 3 different guys coming in, non-existent, even better. So yeah, Stafford's going to be throwing the ball a lot, and that's his favorite target. And for value, I'm going to go against my team. Hollywood Brown at 5,300.
Hollywood
getting no less than 10 targets a game. It's just pepper him. Seattle's been having problems with the slot guys, so go ahead, Malcolm Brown, 5,300.
It's funny you brought his name up. I was going to ask you earlier. That's a name I'm hearing in trade talks too. Is Hollywood?
I wouldn't be surprised if he somewhere else.
Right? They're trying to tank. I mean, get rid of the guy who's getting fucking 15 targets a game.
Yeah. Trade the piece that is catching the dang ball.
Yeah, exactly.
And really quick, a lot of people on TV, on the fantasy shows, they think this is going to be one hell of a trading deadline. They're starting to say it's starting to look a little bit more like baseball, where teams are, hey, let's just go all in and, fuck them picks.
Well, I mean, if you have a team like Denver who's going to sell off probably every piece they have.
Well, they have to. Listen, that trade, as happy as I am, it destroyed that organization.
Yep.
You took on a bad player. You gave him a bad contract. The team is just in shambles.
You took on an aging player and paid him like he was in his prime. I'm not going to say they took on a bad player because
he wasn't a bad player, Craig.
Okay, you can sit here and you can say that he's a drama king, that, and the other.
Watching him with no drive and no fire and no desire on the field is what I'm talking about.
And Yeah, and guess what? We have a younger version of him right now. His name's fucking Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, I know I drafted him, but oh well.
Could help yourself.
I mean, I'm just sitting here telling you right now, the problem was it wasn't the trade, it was the pieces they gave back and then giving him that much money at 37.
Yeah.
He's not 37.
No, but a lot of that money that is now dead money is going to be 37, 38, 39.
Oh, I think yes.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of that dead money, if they were to release him,
and they're willing to walk away from it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that hurts them in 2 years when all of that dead money fucking eats up 90% of their cap space.
Sure,
that's why they got to
at
go
that
young.
point,
So it's rookie
that's the thing.
contracts.
At that point, you're hoping to smash on your draft picks,
Yeah.
sell the shit out of the team, get everything you can back for him, and go that way.
Yeah.
Correct. You have to.
Yeah, you have no choice.
Honestly, if you're not starting Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, or Sam Laporta at tight end in your draft games, they're the Sunday night game. This is the Sunday. I'm gonna say Darren Waller. Against Washington, Tyrod Taylor. I feel like he's gonna try to get him involved.
He had a good game last week.
Yeah, what was his line last week?
I want to say it was like 5
catches, 5
for 60 yards,
11.
5 for 43. All right, he came alive.
And the week before against Miami, he had 16.6 points. He had 8 catches for 86 yards on 11 targets.
Yeah, so he's coming back.
Anybody else?
Nope.
All right, defense. Obviously, on paper, the Bills and the Rams because of who they're playing. Same with the Raiders. I'm going to go as far as saying I'm going to take, again, from a pure value perspective, and the fact that they're only 2,900, give me the Chicago Bears playing at home against the Las Vegas Raiders with either Aiden O'Connell or Brian Hoyer at quarterback.
I was surprised when I looked earlier, but I'm going to take the Chiefs at 2,400. I don't care if they're on the road against fucking the Clippers. The Clippers offensively,
they're home against the Clippers.
Exactly, even better. They're home against the Clippers. And you have the Chiefs defense has been one of the better defenses this year in fantasy.
They have been, surprisingly.
And they're the 4th cheapest defense to own.
They average 8.3 points on DraftKings a week. Just so you know. I mean, honestly, I would consider for 2,700 taking the Detroit Lions.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
We just talked about them.
Yeah, it's true.
I want to look at. I want to see how many points a week Buffalo averages. The Buffalo Bills defense averages 12 points a game.
Yep.
Obviously, that's skewed because of that 32-point onslaught against Washington back in week 3.
Yep.
But yeah. All right. So that's your thoughts on our daily fantasy stuff. You guys have anything else before we go?
No. Good.
No.
All right. As always, check your waiver wires. Make sure you have some backups just in case one of those running backs has been eaten alive by your guys. Start your guys on your fucking Sunday games in your regular positions. Don't start your fucking guys in the fucking flex spot and then handcuff yourself like idiots. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Stay off the weed. Dummy.
Whoa. What the fuck, bro? What are you, Nancy fucking Reagan?
No, I'm Stephen A. Smith.
That's pretty good.
White Stephen A. Smith.
Can I close it out with my favorite Colin Cowherd quote? Don't do meth.
There it is.
We'll see you guys next week on the FKC Fantasy Hour.
Bye.
Good night.
Not the balloons.
Balloons.